Hello, everyone. I am here live and on the air, and I got on just a couple of minutes early so I can do all my sharing, and that way I can start the broadcast on time. Also, if you are watching the replay, please make sure you, number one, share the broadcast, and number two, put in the comment section hashtag replay so I know that you watched the replay. And I guess I can put on number three. Also, ask any questions that you may have because I do look at the topics and I get inboxes on different topics, and I want to make sure that I'm bringing them to you guys to help you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take a few minutes to share. I just wanted to make sure everybody's on. Hey, Jessica, good to see you. So that I'll be talking in a minute, but I am going to share this right now, and so I can share it on my business page. I get more traffic on my personal page than I do on the business page. And I think it's because I'm not on my business page live a lot, but I'm on my personal page live a lot. So eventually I probably will switch over. I'm not sure. But I like to share it. So at least my audience on my iRock Resumes Facebook page can also see it, and also share it on my career group, my Career Hackers Facebook group. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with that group. So if you're interested in joining that group, head over to Career Hackers. And that's my Facebook group, Career Hackers Forum. And is right on Facebook. Come on, why is this? Okay, now I can share it. All right, so I appreciate you guys. Again, I always ask that you share the actual broadcast. So I am sharing it now. And the Career Hackers group, Career Hackers Forum, is a public group. So go ahead and join it. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit different and renaming it a little bit. And so go ahead and join that in the next couple of weeks. You guys will see that. All right. Hey, Carol. Good to see you. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. And I think I got it all shared up now. Okay, good deal. So let's get started. For those of you all who do not know me, for you all that are sharing the broadcast to your audience, to your followers, they may not know who I am. But my name is Nicolette Barrett, and I am the founder and CEO of iRock Development Solutions, LLC, doing business as iRock Resumes. I consider myself the queen of landing the job of your dreams, and I help you create a career that rocks. That is my tagline, and that's what I do. And I do that from developing your professional brand via resume, as we're going to talk about today, professional bio, your curriculum vitae, LinkedIn profile, all the way through the coaching to make sure that you're being able to interview properly, as well as ask for what you want in your career and develop a great career path for yourself so you can see your career grow. And even if you're not interested in elevating, but doing all those different projects, you can move to the side or to the other side or what have you. I make sure that you get what you want with a method that works. All right. So that's who I am. And I'm always excited to be on to talk with you all about these topics, because a lot of times you really are thinking about, what does this mean? Why do I need this? What is a resume? Why do I need a resume? All these types of questions that come up, and people are thinking about them, but sometimes they just don't know what to do. And one of the things that I think about is like professional bios. Now, why do you need a professional bio? Now, first of all, let's talk about what is a professional bio. And one of the things about a professional bio, it really gives a chronological way of saying who you are. And it's giving you about your background, your the highlights of your career, some special things, even your education or what have you, saying this is who I am in a nutshell. And it could be a paragraph long, or it could be 2 or 3 paragraphs long, but it's like almost like a one-sheeter talking about who you are as a professional. And you know what, when you're writing it out for yourself and really seeing yourself on paper, it really gives you the confidence of knowing that, you know what, I really have done a lot. If you have not written down all of the degrees that you've gotten, the education, not even just the degrees, the type of classes that you've taken, the type of trainings that you've done, any kind of certifications that you've done, or even experiences within your career. You need to be able to see that kind of stuff because it helps you to understand that you're not just an employee, or you're not just a worker, or you're just not even just a side hustle or just doing something. It's really chronicling what do you bring to the table. So everybody, I think, should have some form of professional bio for themselves, telling them a snippet, telling the world a snippet or a snapshot of who you are. And that's what a professional bio is. Now, then you ask, well, do I need one? Like I said, I think everybody needs one. What I really think about is those people who are, of course, you have your professors, you have your teachers, you have your, I guess you could call them educators, you have your lawyers, you have, all that. But you also have career professionals when some people need them for the websites, the companies that they're working for. They have to put their face on there. Then they put a quick bio of who they are working for a company. So they know when they come and ask the company to help them do something, they know what kind of talent that's within that company. And also, if you're starting your own business, even if you don't have the traction yet, meaning the clientele, the numbers that you need on social media or what have you, just to start telling so they can be your mouthpiece of who you are as a business owner, you're going to have to give them something to know what you're about. So therefore, having a quick snapshot of who you are, not telling your whole long bio, because they also want to know what can you do for them, but they need to know who you are. So being able to chronicle who you are in a snapshot so that you can utilize it for any facet, your own personal website. You can, of course, have it in your LinkedIn. You can have it on your own little business thing, even if you don't have a full website. If you have an Instagram, you have a Facebook page, or whatever you're doing for your side hustle, what have you. And I shouldn't even say that, because if you think about your Facebook page, there's an area that you can write about who you are. And so even on there, you could talk about who you are. So chronicling who you are as a professional, no matter what you're doing, is something that's really, really needed so people can get a feel for who you are. Now, does it always have to be so formal? No. You can make sure that it has some humor in there, a little bit about who you are. Say, for example, you are, a very good lawyer. You know how to argue the best cases. But you know what? On the flip side, you make the best pound cake ever. Why not talk about that as well? So you can have it in a variety of ways so they can showcase who you are. So there's a variety of things that you can do with the professional bio, but I feel like everyone needs to at least start somewhere and jotting down who they are. And of course, let me say, okay, so some of the uses that you'll need for a professional bio. Sometimes you'll need them for public speaking. If you're going to speak somewhere, even if it's within the company that you're working for, because they always have to introduce you, right? So therefore, you need to be able to have it for any kind of presentation that you're doing, public speaking. What about what if you're writing a little ebook or a book in general? You need a bio for that. On the back, if you pick up any book, they're going to tell you about the author, right? What if you're a blogger? You still need to talk about who you are. People are not just going to read your blog just because. Again, all those avenues, people follow everybody's voice. So there's a whole bunch of career coaches out there, but not everybody goes to every career coach. They go to the one that they trust, they know, and they follow their voice. As we say in the religious world, the sheep know the voice of their shepherd, right? So therefore, that's what it is. So you want to be able to create that for yourself, because there's a ton of people out there doing all kinds of things, but you'll have your own distinct followers. So they need to know who you are as a unique individual so they can, follow you. And as far as any marketing materials that you may have to do if you're in a business, any kind of marketing material that you're putting out there, you need a little snippet about who you are or who your company is and who you represent. You want to be able to do that. Even if on your website, your About Me page, they want to know about you, but they also know what can you bring to the table to help them with their problem. So being able to give them a snippet of insight of who you are and where you get your knowledge from and your background helps them to trust you so that they know that you are the person to help them get to their next level. So professional bios can be used for so many variety of things. And I'm always saying, have some kind of, a framework of a natural professional bio so you'll have it when you need it. Because who knows, you may be invited to speak somewhere. Even in churches, as many women's days I have spoken at or women's conferences, they still need a bio to read about you. So I have various bios. I have one for my profession and my business, and then I have another one for when I go and speak at churches. And I have those available, and I tweak them as years go on. I have to update, different information about what I'm doing, how I want to be represented at one point. But you need to have something written down. So when it's time to be able to present that, you will have it. And one last thing, boards. If you're ever thinking about being on a board or want to be on the board, they're always going to ask you for a professional bio. And that's another reason to have it. And if you're not thinking about boards, think about something that's going to happen in the future. Being to be on a board and actually working on the board is very, very credentialed for you when you're presenting yourself for any kind of opportunity, whether or not it's for an actual job, for a different career, or what have you. So that's what you really want to do. So professional bios are going to be something that I recommend everybody have. Start writing out some things about who you are. And when you're seeing yourself on paper, you're going to say, wow, I really have a lot to offer. And then you can utilize that basis. So when you're going to need an actual resume, you can take a lot of information and transfer it over to your resume. Or if you start a business or what have you, you're going to have a professional bio for those things. So I hope this is very helpful for you. And as always, share the broadcast with your audience. Give me some thumbs up, hearts, all that kind of good stuff. And if you have questions, please put those in the actual comment box, and I'll make sure that I get them answered for you guys, and I'll bring it, some kind of video the next week or what have you. So as always, this is Nicolette Barrett signing off with another episode of Career Musings. And again, join my Facebook group, Career Hackers, and follow me on all of my social media as you see there. Oh, the other way. As you see there on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You know how I am about LinkedIn. You have to connect with me on LinkedIn. And of course, on Instagram. Thank you so much. Hey, Jillian, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you guys so much. And if you missed it, watch the replay and put a hashtag replay. And I will see you guys next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye.